Hi, this is Jim from 1-800-OLD-TOYS here with two Tonka trucks. One on the left is a 55 lumber truck, number 850-5. On the right is a stake truck, which was introduced in 1955. It's a number 860-5. Each of these trucks have similar features. They were produced with the intent of providing interchangeable beds. So in a set, or if you bought these in a set, you would have the ability to take, for example, this rack body off. And here's a lever that you swing, and then you lift it out on this hinge here, and it comes off. I reviewed this truck with a similar stake truck earlier tonight, and I'll be posting it if it's not there, and you're seeing this one first. It should be up there pretty quickly. But in this video, we're going to look at the stake truck and the lumber truck. This stake truck has some original wear on it. These are the correct green stakes that came with the truck, and also one of the features that came with the truck in 55 and maybe later years is that you had the mud flaps. And these mud flaps look like their original mud flaps. They're not shiny or, repop ones. You could see the edge wear here. So this bed, this stake bed has been used. It's been pulled off of this truck, and probably, since it can be pulled off, it came with a set, and it was probably put aside so that someone who got the set could load this particular bed on the back. Now this particular bed, you can see it moves, and that's an indication that it's not firmly secured. So let's take a look upside down on this. So yes, so this has also the telltale lever there, so you could actually lift this off. It looks like that whoever used this last, they didn't put it back properly, and that's why it's flexing around. So what I'll do is, since all this wood fell out already, I'll just push it aside, and I'll swing this lever, and I'll lift this bed off carefully so that we could see this bed. So this bed certainly has age to it. It looks like there's a little overspray here, a little silver overspray. I wonder where that came from. You never know where these toys have been. And this one looks like it is original paint, even though there is an imperfection in the paint. Right here, there's like a run. That's not uncommon. These posts, these flaps, there's even wear on the flaps, on the hooks that hold the flaps. So this has been played with hard. I can't imagine anybody would, take these flaps off and put them back on, especially with the paint in this condition. It certainly was used. This bed is nice and bright. Looks like it's got a little curve to it at the cab end, which is fine. I can't tell because I haven't had other, I can't tell if these have been painted. Theoretically, someone could have, took some silver paint or aluminum paint and just painted these. They look really good, but I have nothing to compare them to. So some of these are tight, some of these are loose. If someone was, repainting this and repairing it, they would be tight and straight. They'd want to make it look perfect. Since there's overspray here, I must assume because there's overspray here that somebody may have painted these or did some paint. I really can't tell if this bed's been painted, but it probably was. I think this bed was supposed to be aluminum, and you could see here these rivets are painted. So this, it looks to me that someone sprayed the top of this bed aluminum to try to get the shine back. Now here, this looks like original aluminum, but I could be wrong. You know, this kind of looks like it's got, you know, something on it, but it's really done well. I mean, you know, so these trucks have been played with for a long time. People get them. I mean, you know, it's been around for what, 70 years, 60 years. People get them. They, you know, they fix them up. They use them, and then they fix them up and try to put them, you know, on a shelf. They look really nice. This one looks really nice. I like it. Let me see if I could couple this one in properly and get the load back on. And then we'll talk about the overall trucks in terms of their, you know, their worth. I don't want to say their value, because value is very subjective. So I would say that the bottom and the cab of this truck is original. I'm not sure about the wood, but there's nothing to lead me to believe that this wood is not the original load. Usually what you'd find is there's so many pieces of wood, and of course I'm going to fix this so the wood sits flat. And there's usually stapled here a red flag that you would ordinarily see in, you know, in the lumber yards. I don't have the red flag. I don't think that would be hard to get, but I don't have the time to try to look for a red flag or even take a piece of vinyl and cut it and staple it back there, because it's really not that important to me. So this is, in my opinion, this is an authentic cab and frame and wheels, and bumper looks really nice. It's a little scratched up. Whereas if you watch the other video, this particular stake bed is authentic original. But this cab has been repainted. And you could tell a little bit by the difference in the color. And also this label. These letters on this label are really bright white. I mean, they didn't make them that bright white. Maybe they did, and I've only used to seeing them, you know, when they got old. But it's a pretty good job. This label, I can't feel it on this one, which is original. This one, I could feel it. I could feel it. There's a dimension to it. You know, even though it's got, you know, a little dirt here and it's scratched up and, you know, it looks like, you know, it's been played with. This is not a, you know, this has been repainted. Some people like repainted trucks. I think someone just painted this because they wanted it to look nice. And it wasn't as nice as this bed that they had, because maybe this truck and this bed weren't in the same place, and this truck really got destroyed, and they wanted to redo the truck so they could put the bed on it. So here we have a 55 lumber truck and a 55 stake truck. Before I forget, I want to check. This lumber truck does have the flaps, and these flaps look original. So I guess what you could say is that if you put, this is going to be interesting, if you put this bed on this truck, okay, you would have an original bed on an original truck. And if you put this bed on this truck, you would have a repainted truck with a touched up bed. And I got these from the same person. And I didn't realize until shooting this video that that I had them mismatched. So, you know, without any further ado, I'm going to fix it now, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. I don't want to damage those mud flaps. So I'm going to turn this over, put that down like that. And I'll turn this one over, disconnect that, scoop that out like that, put this one over here, and I'll move this over here. And this is going to be really cool in my opinion, because then you're going to see the paint, how it matches up. Okay, so I got that locked. I want to get this one locked without damaging the flaps, because the flaps are original. Almost there, Jim. Okay, got that. Okay, besides the wood, we're looking good. So now you could really see how beautiful this truck is. Before I described it with a repainted lumber bed, and it was like, oh, that's too bad. And I described this one with an original stake bed, but that this had been repainted. Oh, that's not good. But now you can see how beautiful this truck is. It's got the original green stakes. It's got the original patina. There's, you know, imperfections here you want to see, because that means it's original. And also this truck, it looks like they tried to clean this bumper on a wire wheel. Okay, you can see it's, you know, it really doesn't look that good. So here now, what we did is we discovered a better truck in my collection. I apologize for being lazy, but if you want to really understand what the value of a Tonka is, you have to look at it closely. And the only way you could do that is if you've looked at a lot of trucks, or if you have two of the same trucks and you know a little bit about what to look for. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll be doing a lot more videos. I have a very large collection of toys. Been collecting since 1975. My number is 1-800-OLD-TOYS. If you have any toys you'd like information on, you could email me pictures at oldtoys@yahoo.com. If I can't pick up the phone, just leave me a message. All right, have a good night.